Korean grammar for speaking 2. Advanced grammar here. So it will make even your Korean more perfect. And by studying this, you're going to be able to understand more and going to be able to speak more. So trust me and let's study. You know, now it's kind of obviously we have been using and studying like lots of vocabulary, but it's really time to memorize and build them all, like some difficult vocabularies, because we have like some several things like Chinese word for this, Korean word for this, but that's because, you know, we think like some Chinese Korean, I mean like some words, for example, use, 쓰다, 사용하다, exactly the same, but why are they two? 쓰다 is Korean, 사용하다 is Chinese. But somehow educated people like to use Chinese words more. That's because, you know, it sounds, you know, cool. It sounds better. That's what they think. So, for learners, you never know which one's using which. Like who's going to use this, 쓰다, who's going to use 사용하다. So we need to know them all. So that's really unfortunate, but you know, we have more to study. So let's just be happy. Okay? So we're going to study some new vocabulary here in Korean Grammar for Speaking 2. In this unit, 기로. 기로. Well, obviously, this is not a sentence. There's no yo, right? And there's no da. What to conjugate? We're going to study that. Whether there is 받침 or no 받침, use 기로 하다. And we use this as decide to in English. Okay. 돌아가다. Go back. 돌아가다. Okay, let's decide. I decide to go back. How would you say?
돌아가기로 해요.
Right. 돌아가기로 하다. That's the infinitive word and grammar, right? 돌아가기로 하다. But you already changed it to 해요. I decide to go back. Doesn't make sense. Because this word decided, I already said decided, is usually used past tense. I decided. Because you say something after you decide something. So I decided go back. So instead of this 하다, memorizing or studying infinitive word and grammar is important because we need to know where to put the 했어요 or 할 거예요, 할 수 있어요 stuff. That's why I keep saying the infinitive grammar and word. So 돌아가다, 기로 하다. We don't need 다 to conjugate in between these two, right? So 돌아가기로 하다. All right. Now we want to make it I decided. Then we want to take out the 하다 and add what?
했어요.
했어요. So the full sentence?
돌아가기로 했어요.
Right. 돌아가기로 했어요. I decided to go back to Spain, for example. How would you say?
스페인에 돌아가기로 했어요.
Right. 스페인에 돌아가기로 했어요. And add more words. 내일. 내일 스페인에 돌아가기로 했어요. Okay. So if you want to practice or study this even like easier, I would recommend to just memorize 기로 했어요. 기로 했어요. Right? Then 돌아가다. 돌아가기로 했어요. And if you want to use but 돌아가기로 했다. There's another 다, right? So we want to add 는데. 돌아가기로 했는데 I decided to go back, but I didn't go. Something like this. All right, here's another example. Lots of people, they try not to smoke anymore, right? So quit smoking. 담배를 끊다. Then how would you say I decided to quit smoking?
담배를 끊기로 했어요.
Perfect. 담배를 끊기로 했어요. And also we can conjugate 고, right? I decided to do this and that. It's a new year, right? Let's make the sentence. Next year, I decided to go back to Spain and decided to quit smoking.
스페인에 돌아가기로 하고
No. 돌아가기로
해.
했고.
오.
Right.
오케이. 스페인에 돌아가기로 했고 담배를 끊기로 했어요.
Right. So like that. In English, I decided. ed there. So that's why we need to use 했다. And I decided to go back to Spain and instead of 다 use 고. So 스페인에 돌아가기로 했고 담배를 끊기로 했어요. That's my goal. You know, so you can tell your plan to your friends, share your plans to your parents, friends, or whoever. Okay. And this 기로 can be also used 기로하다 when you want to say like, hey, let's quit it. Because for example, 끊다 is stopping something bad. So 끊기로 하다, right? How about we use this 끊기로 해요? Do you remember when we studied 요, 어요, 해요? 요, 어요, 해요? I usually do something. I study, I exercise, I play, hang out, whatever. And one more. We can also use this future tense. I do this. I am meeting my friend tomorrow. I am going there next year. Future tense, right? And one last thing. What was that?
command.
Let's, right? Or do this. Do this is hey, right? Let's. Hey, my girlfriend. Let's quit it. Let's decide to quit. In that case, I didn't say decided, right? Let's decide to quit. Then we can use this 하다 to 해요. How would you say?
끊기로 해요.
That's right. 끊기로 해요. For example, you and I both are smokers. Really bad, huh? But hey, girlfriend, I have a suggestion for you. It's a new year. Let's just, make everything clean. 담배를 끊기로 해요. Let's decide to quit smoking, right? Or anything when you want to suggest. Let's do it. Let's decide. And it would be better if you use like 우리. 우리 담배를 끊기로 해요. Something bad. 술, alcohol, bad, right? So 우리 술을 끊기로 해요. Something good then. 시작하다. Let's get started something. Let's learn something, right? Let's decide to learn something. 대릭 씨, 우리 내일부터 같이 공부하기로 해요. 좋아요? 있다. 내일부터 같이 영어 공부를 시작해요. 영어 공부를 같이 시작하기로 해요. Let's decide to study English together from tomorrow. Something like this. Okay. So So 기로하다 is done. As you can see here, we have two more. 기로 결정하다. 결정하다. I would think this says like make a decision. All right, in English, it's fair. You guys use I decided to go. And you can also say, hey, I made a decision to go. Right? But as you can see here, 결정하다 sounds difficult. Why? It's from China. Ah, right? So, I'm like an educated person. Okay, let's try to use this difficult word. 결정하다. 기로 결정하다. It works just like 기로하다. That means we can use this. I made a decision to do something. I'm gonna make a decision to do something. I wanna make a decision to do something. Any grammar, right? 그만두다. Quit. But in this quit, you quit something you do, like job, or you help your friend. I'm gonna quit, man. So this is not like stopping that we studied 끊다. 끊다 is actually cut. I'm not gonna smoke. I'm not gonna drink. You know, bad things, drugs, whatever. 끊다. But this 그만두다, like quit something. So let's say I made a decision to quit.
그만두기로 결정했어요.
Right. Oh, this 결정하다 too difficult. Then what do you have to use?
그만두기로 했어요.
Exactly. 그만두기로 했어요. 그만두기로 결정했어요. Fine. And it says 받침, no 받침, fine. Right? Because it starts with 기. Okay. Here's a new word again. 유학 가다. 유학 가다. Study abroad. Any country. Brazil, Spain, Japan, China, wherever. You do 유학. So 유학 가다. All right. I made a decision to study abroad. How would you say?
유학하기로 결정했어요.
Cool. Then, it's too easy, right? Advanced grammar, right? It's two. Let's make it a little more difficult. I made a decision to study abroad, but
유학기로 결정했는데
유학 가기로 결정했는데
유학 가기로 결정했는데
I didn't say to my parents. So to my parents, I didn't say.
부모님께 안 말했어요.
That's right. But 말하다, before 하다, we need to put an or 못, right?
부모님에게 말을 안 했어요.
말을 안 했어요. So the full sentence should be 유학 가기로 결정했는데 부모님께 말을 안 했어요. Or you can put 아직, yet. 아직 부모님께 말을 안 했어요. Right? Something like this. You can make more difficult sentences to practice more. Like I said, we can also use and. I made the decision to do this and this. Or so. I made a decision to do this, so I'm gonna just do it. Right? So that's how you use this, like I made a decision, like 결정하다. Got it? Next one, it also says 받침 and no 받침, right? And it has 약속하다, finally. 약속하다. What is this? Right? Promise. I promise to do something. Okay, what did you promise to? So 기로 약속하다. lend a hand. It's a, like I would say like help, but we have like this specific word help, 돕다. But 도와주다, 돕다, and 주다, give a help, give a hand. So that's why I did like this, okay? So, I promised to help. How would you say?
도와주기로 약속했어요.
Right. In that case too, like, hey, let's promise to, it's fine to use, but usually after you promise, you do it, right? You say it. So after I promised, like, I promised ed. So that's why we need to use 했다, past tense, right? So 도와주기로 약속했어요. All right. You need to give me some money, right? Like, let's say $10. By today, but you didn't give it to me today. Okay, then how would you say, I promised to pay by today? So in Korean, by today, I promised to pay. What's the word for pay? 돈을 내다. 내다, right? How would you say?
오늘까지 돈을 대다기로 약속했어요.
내다. So there's 다. We never need 다 to conjugate. So
오늘까지 돈을 내기로 약속했어요.
right. 오늘까지 돈을 내기로 약속했어요. But I didn't pay, so he got angry. Let's make it more difficult.
오늘까지 돈을 내기로 약속했는데 안 냈었어.
서서 해서 we never conjugate past tense. Memorize that.
안 냈어.
안 내서 my friend got mad.
친구가
화났어요. 화나다. Get angry, right? So something like this. 오늘까지 돈을 내기로 약속했는데 안 내서 친구가 화났어요. Right? I promised to pay by today, but I didn't pay, so he got angry. Something like this. You can make a story and practice this more, Not only, but and so. For another like grammar, all right. I'm going to promise to pay my debt. New word. 빚을 갚다. So 갚다 is like pay something back, pay it back. But 빚, this guy is debt, right? So 빚을 갚다, pay one's debt. Okay, let's use I'm gonna promise to pay his debt.
빚을 갚기로 약속할 거예요.
That's right. 할 거예요, right? I'm gonna promise to. Or I wanna promise to. Or I have to promise to. How do you say? I have to promise to.
빚을 갚기로 약속해야 돼요.
Yes, perfect. Now you got it right. So with the grammar they used to study in Korean grammar for speaking too, we can also use them here to make, more sentences, better sentences. Just play with them. Then you're gonna get it, and you're gonna even make sentences that you have never learned. You're gonna be able to say whatever you wanna say. That's the whole point of this whole book project. So please find that way. I would be really happy if you say like, oh, I've never learned this, but I just made my own sentence and someone understood, or they were impressed, something like that. All right, we have a lot of words here. A lot. Yeah, I know it's a lot of work, but if you keep trying and never give up, you're gonna make it. I promise. All right, I will see you guys next time, and have a good day. Thank you.